there isn't a number, obviously. I think there's a huge advantage to not doing it by yourself. I have experienced being a 1, a 2, and a 3 when it comes to founders. So I've got obviously a variety of experience within that. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend the 1 because good and bad times, you want to share that with people. You have all the success in the world. If you're the only person in the office that's really benefiting from it, the scale you are, it doesn't really work. But most importantly, when the chips are down, you need other people to share that with. I would also say that it's important to have a level playing field for founders. I think lots of people make the mistake of having 3 or 4 founders where one person has a much larger equity stake than the others, and I think you end up essentially not having a founding team. You end up having a CEO with another group of people who become almost like employees. So the 2 most successful founding team businesses in my mind that I've done have been both with 3s, both with people that I knew before, as in both of them I knew before, and both of them I knew exactly what their capabilities were before. Be very clear about what you're weak at, and then go and find people who are really good at that. If you do that, your chance of success goes up by 1,000-fold. The other thing is to ensure that you're all aligned. You cannot have a situation where success is radically different for each one of you. If somebody wants to build a business and own that business for the rest of their lives and just make a nice income off it and have a business that really is a quality of life business, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if you're a founder who's looking to try and make as much money as possible, those 2 things are not going to go aligned with each other. So you need to fundamentally want the same things, but have different skill sets that allow you to go and do it. If you can do that, that's the ideal scenario. I would also say it's critical that you know that person to some extent. Either you've worked with them, which I'd say was the ideal scenario, or you've known that person for a significant amount of time that you know exactly what their skill sets are. And you've got to remember, it's very different knowing a friend and knowing someone in business. And because in business you get to see what happens when people get put under pressure, and that's what you really need to know. I'll never judge anyone fully until I've seen what they're like under pressure, and then I understand what they're capable of. Because you can be brilliant when things are easy, pressure comes on and you just give up, and it's never going to last in a founding team. The last thing you want is to have one of your founders doing that. So you need to know who these people are. You need to know what they're capable of. You need to know that they're aligned to the same thing as you. And then if you're all aligned, you share the burden, you share the risk, you share the reward. It's a much better situation.